Allow the light on this 11 day. How exciting is it that today's date equals 11 on the 11th? I think that's very exciting. And the sacred circuit for 11 is realize. So what can we realize today? What can we make real? Yashonotevisha otu ujumakia laisina tivea natialaki. And how can we make our inner light more nialake real to balevesneshiata in everything we do? Kiamosha elezanativismoso ujunakuya alaina ilakotaki mesobasachiato una. And we have the beautiful light codes of our beautiful solar sister right behind us. Yeah, that's the Vashiata. And allowing in the emissaries of the light, including the beautiful archangel energy. Yeah, Balavismeshia, Lahina, Ilesumotavimaya Akate.
Asujaka Watayati Akwata. The connection from Wendy it's there. It's good.
Oh yeah, I just stopped talking, that's all.
I thought your internet connection just
No,
froze.
I was just
Wonderful love.
Yes, I guess I was just basking in the angel energy.
Yeah, we were I was receiving, but when I opened my eyes, I saw you so still that I felt that the image go frozen. Sometimes I made that joke to my sister. I just I stay like this, and then she thinks that the internet got frozen, and I'm just joking. Yeah, I hope you all got that beautiful vibration from Archangel Uriel, and we will be receiving much more as we go on with this event. Do you want to do another blessing, Dave?
Sure. Nai te kaana e ahana tu aene e kana te e ana e ua ana e ua ane e kaane tu na te I kaane tu ane ne wana ne te I na ne wa ane wa te I na ne tu ane ne te I ane tu o ana te I'm just sort of seeing angelic light codes and frequencies being sent to us from the sun. I know you don't get to see the sun every day there. We're fortunate at the moment to be enjoying the sun behind us. And I'm being reminded that that's just a permission slip, and the energies are always there, always being sent to us, and they come from within. So the reflection of those energies coming from the sun and the moon and the stars is really just a reflection of our own inner angelic family. Oh, and the Teak Anne.
Yes. I love that.
Thank you, brother. It's interesting because as the autumn was approaching, getting closer, I was getting those messages also. Always remember that the sun is within you and everything is within you. So don't fall into the mind interpretation that only if you get it directly, it's gonna be kind of affecting you in a good way, no? So yeah, I do my meditations, just seeing a wonderful sun and a wonderful moon all the time. That resonates a lot.
And you're on week number 211, which is another 1111 in my mind. I see another. So I mean, wow, what a beautiful vibrational, I don't know, master.
It's perfect.
And coming off of yesterday, depending on where you live, 10, 10, 10, that will not happen again for a very long time when the date also is 10. And so very exciting. I feel as if today we're literally in this portal of master divine energy, and it's an honor, of course, to be with all of you today. So thank you all who are present.
Thank you. And we recently had also the hurricane, that we can interpret the hurricanes and all these natural things like as negatives, or we can interpret them as something that Mother Nature at some point needs to do to clear up energies and places. I don't wish to anyone to get obviously any harm or hurt, but I know that nature has its own purposes and its own reasons to behave in the way that it behaves. Thank you for those blessings, sister and brother Huachanawana. Let's see if brother Wesley wants to bring also a blessing. Excuse me.
Yeah, thanks for the blessing. Lovely. Miata o sakana ki ahua, o katako na mama mo kakana ki ahua, asa kusata iakana kota kia mamuka kia kakataka ho. Osa o kani ne osua sai kuta ganna Mama yo baba sawa sukunu katakana kia mama wa o tai katai o sawa hata dia mahota kona nehia awa koja sheni nia mawa tua kai kia huta nasaka tupuaka takia sawa bawa kine kuna ta huta kina tu papa pupa katukuaka takitawa mawaka kunukuaka ya matu kanata waka tayawa matawa sawaka many blessings sakanukuaka kuaka nekia processes sukunuaka namayawa many lands Basuku akata many tributaries, Sukunuku aka Sakanikie Mamu aka Hunuaka, grand raising. Sukunukuaka, kine kiewa, uyawaka naka, grand awakening. Masanu asani ya mama, many avenues. Sukuaka tikieta, underneath the one. Shani kine kia u, divine creator. Shunuataye, mai kia, uaka nukuaka. All is one. Sunua taiye naye u shakua kinahia sua saya mia maya mia bawa puta kia awa suaka tua mawata huaka hunoa sukuaka hiawa Yuwa, Kubota, confirmation. Shinuwe wata no yewa uwa kaya iwa suwaka nukuwaka. Many tribes. Supernuwe ikiaka ukuwaka. Across the beings of the planet. Supernuwaka. Thank you. Musuko na huwaka. No wa.
Thank you, brother. So nice to have you back. As Brother Wesley was doing that transmission, I was feeling like opening up Hateni Shanaka, and I started feeling like if someone was touching my head. Kikianaka Sanesiano Wana Seni Nikana Taitana Wana Wakachana. So let's see what happens next, because the energies are really high. And we are tuning in this divine energy in a very nice way. Kuasana, Wandikana, Senikana. These energies also activated the humor in you, the joy, kakantu techane katuma. And I had that feeling that I cannot stop laughing. At some point I will make the joke of getting frozen as well. Brother Luiz, welcome. Huchana Watana Tisa Tuanata. Hello. Do you want to go next with the blessing? Kawanata.
Mau te shutuama toa kai te shotai. Mau tono atai. Matuo toaka. Mau koana teo. Mau tai se tumai. Tumatai te ana. Nau to atai ne ama. Mau tea te siotona. Mau soto ateana. Mau kutu ateata. Mau toa kai te siata. Mautana. Uko atea teana. Umai te sutuakana. Utoko ama. Mautaiana. Mautea umatai tea. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. What's up to Antiawana? Also so nice to have you back. Watana sutena tenikana tiana mukatana saya watika watachawana awa makia senisha awa tenia makatane machochewu aku hai sutaimu etanamo kesei kamata tochawama aku shaimu Teme kishano kuanasha ahusai Achinakumu tateki tamoko ikapu koshpine Kachene takukai kanatu cheshia Okane tetenne kema tato iakia wakache Echane kanaku naitan namaku machene shede damo kotsene te kia makunteine. Imagine kiti amakukumba te tamakue. Eta na moe hinna kamakache na kuata ni kamo. Oh haishu. Oh haishu. Oh haishu. Kantese tamakapoi kanamacheka ne makuai. Chene kamaku chene kaku tamo chen. Amoka no tai makatiana. Hamutana tane kamoko tane me sharu hatane kawanati kao. Hatiana. Hamotane me achamoko te anakua te tayana. Hawane kawane chachawane katiana tiana tiana. There is nothing more lovely than feeling the light languages, creating new things, kawama te kiana kwane samote tiana, and allowing the freedom to run through you, kamakana, that feeling of freedom. Hamache nikana ti neka mohana senika, breaking through everything. Hatonaki atane, layers and layers of things that stop us from being free. Kakuta tenshi nikata nakawala shawana. And today is that realization of who we truly are. Hinaki anakwa tene hia mahati neke akota nemika seniaka. Senikiana wanata, emikiana sotianaka. So thank you everyone for these lovely blessings. Tamuku eseni senikia kwanta. And I'm going to bring these invocations from Archangel Uriel. Kakoma haini kaneka matu eshi kenia mahune kiamo taneke etinika nakata. And there are 3 or 4 invocations that says the following: Beloved Archangel Uriel of seven times, on 7 levels, and in 7 dimensions. So be done. Amen. Thank you. Hamute tiamuka na senika mute chisana muka tanu senika mohana tuhana. Ahanete tetia makutene, sene meka mamu, amo taine, sene kakwana kawane, kano kane kane, anchoring this divine love and energy from Uriel on earth. Makanchi nakwate, como kuma chanoa, kachen nikamo tatenemi, mekiana guachen tatone kataine. Hawani Tatiana, Atetiana Wata. These are the three invocations. Tukumache neki Tetiana Hut, Kitini Kanawana. And now we are going to do the intentions. The intentions for this week 211 Tukumache Netiana, supporting everything that is going on the surface of planet Earth and inside and outside. Kuamache nikana everywhere. Kakune tikianata. Sinakana. So let's start with our own invocations. If you are at home and watching this video, please do the same. Join us. Dedicate some time to meditate on some intentions for yourselves, for your families, for anything happening around in the planet that you might consider to send light and love. And we are going to do the same here in the group. Brother Luiz, if you want to start. Sanayana. Usatika wata. Oh, watika wata.
Maute suotai teana, maute o tana ute kumatea, Mautana Uttea Sutua Kotama Nutoshia Tae Koata Mautai Sheata. The intention for myself to keep transmuting what I need to transmute, to elevate my mind and balance, harmony, acceptance, persistence to keep transforming, and to deepen my connection. Yeah. And collectively that we can become aware of all the healing that we need to do, and to have more consciousness of the present moment. Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah, we will support in a minute with a collective transmission of these lovely, lovely intentions from Brother Luis. But we are going to hear also all the other intentions we have. Tukuyama, Tukiana, Tena. Do you want to go next, Brother Wesley? Kukuatiana.
So, divine expression, shiniki niki aka tuku kaka naka, makaniki ko kaka naka tuku aka. Divine collaboration, shana kota sana tu ba 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 funiku aka, hiniki akota wakanaka. Heart remembering, shukuna kota sana wata, and divine signature, shaniyeya masuku aka tikia kia wuswa. Sanua Daewa Mama Wuka Waka Takinikia Kuaka Kanasuata Tasutua Diota Divine Templates Sana Wuswata Nikiea Masu Kuno Kua Niea Wuswa Saku no Kua Restructuring Shiniea Mosuata Resurfacing Sukunu Kuaka Grand Kuno Kuaka Kini Kiata Kuota Kanokuaka Kunata tuata structure, shikunukuaka, kanaka ta kuota, matuaka ta tukuaka, nukuaka, kuota kuaka, sukuata ta yikioa, masukuaka, aiawa su ta uaka, remembering, inikioa sukuaka, kunukuaka, recalibrated, sukunukuaka, Inekia kuota, sakonu kuaka, nikia wa maya, tua, taya, kuna, kana, shinikia kua. So for the planet, shanuata, kumbuaka, takine, ia, wakua, kama, kua, kuniki, ia, kuota, grand tributaries, sukunukuaka, tikia, masa, ursua, Sani sini kuaka nikuaka puyaka grand design Sani tu ta tu 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 remembrance sunua ta ta sana ta ta tu ta 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 tu ta 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 the chambers of the heart. Sukunuku waka takiniki tu ta 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 tu Mathematical exchange. Tikiniki kota kana kua kanata. All at once. Suwa kaya ua kania masunua kai iawa otwa. Masuko akata. Thanks very much. Shikiniki akuata kono kuaka. Pasuku takiniki ua iawa ua. Muaka nakuaka. Kunukuaka. Mayawa. Fukuaka nayawa.
Thank you, brother. Guatana. Thank you, brother Luis, as well. Kahanu Tenika Nuta Seshawana Kata. And now if Wendy or Dave, Wanak, Noteti Amok, Kotiana Kutanea.
We all like to receive confirmations, even though we may not always need them. And I was thinking of my intentions for today, and in slightly different words, it was pretty much exactly what Brother Wesley said, that I would like my intentions to come from the angelic frequencies and the angelic consciousness, and to have more consciously intent actions, and have those intentions be from a place of the angelic frequencies, and be a good example to everyone around me. And certainly I would like those types of ideas to be for the collective as well. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I also get the same feeling when I come to my turn, and you have said or mentioned all the intentions. It's like you are reading my soul and you are saying them all. But it's the way it works when we create a space together. We are tapping into the very similar frequencies and to the main thing that we can bring together, and we don't need to even discuss that before starting the event. And this happens practically every week. That somehow we know the same intentions that another brother or sister is gonna say. That's so amazing. That feeling is so beautiful. Thank you.
And it's beautiful to see, the confirmations of all of us together in these frequencies, that we are all sharing in these ideas and bringing through from today the angelic realm. It's a very beautiful thing.
Yeah.
It is amazing to me when we all tap into the same frequency. We really do think the same things and feel the same things. And I was really excited about listening to everyone's light languages. And how I recognize that frequency in every one of us in our light language, all four of us. And Dave and I met on a 777 day. And
wow.
the night before that, I had written, because I knew the date was going to be 777, the day we were going to have our first video chat. And I knew immediately, I could feel that immediate connection to the archangels, and I wrote it down. And I want to say that, especially, yes, like today, and when we get together and all of us are talking, it's that recognition within each other. And today, with that, the number 11 being, and that symbol being realized, those are ancient symbols that represent a lot of layers of mastery. And the similarities, it was uncanny. And my intention would be that everyone could realize that feeling of knowing, of recognizing and remembering that connection in each other. And it was really hard to explain, but it was as if that was the frequency that brought us back together, was from that first moment we met as that first reflection, and remembering that. And I feel that when we gather here and listening to all of us speaking, wahashu moro haime e waki jujumahewa e moro hoami avi ki washimi e wahawa hini wahema hewa ni awa na eva iwak wahawa numero waheva ana ti amorhu mi tevispa. It's like this it's almost like they're a silent chord. I don't know how to explain it. But yet we hear it within each other, and we recognize it in each other and realize it in each other. And I guess my intention would be for everyone to have that remembering of who they really are, and that first reflection, you know, that we all are, and how that reflection is, I don't know, like as Dave was, as everybody has said here, the gathering of this is as if we're really tuning in to that vibration. And yes, of course, as is anybody who's tuning in, you know, whenever they're watching or, you know, or listening to this. And again, it inspires and supports my own wanting to share more openly, more regularly as well. And so once again, you know, opening that door for us, you know, and it's really nice and it's very comfortable when Dave and I can come here and just be ourselves. I'm not setting it up. I just get to come and be here. And, you know, and so I'm always grateful to anyone who creates these spaces. And it also helps me recognize when I create those spaces and how much it could mean to others. So it is inspiring and
thankful for the participants
yes.
as well.
And yes, and it's so wonderful to see, you know, you both here, you know, because it's such a beautiful feeling to share with others, you know, in the gathering too. And both of you, I recognize it's like it's hard to explain, but I don't think we need to explain it. But you know, you know, as both of you talk, it's this recognition. It's like I hear what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying.
It's so deep inside. It's so deep. It comes as a frequency that we perceive with our listening skills or hearing, but inside it's like some massive vibration of knowingness. You just know. You just recognize each other. Come back, like you say, in their essence. Without boundaries,
it's like it just makes me want to like stand on the mountain and sing.
Yeah, because it activates the child inside.
It does. It is. It's like I'm all bubbling and with all of these exactly. Inside of me, and I'm thinking I need to let this out somewhere.
Coming together as a group, being in this high energy, being positive and sharing our intentions of love and joy, and really being representing areas all over the globe, literally sends this energy everywhere, way beyond the earth. Yeah. And just a few of us gathering together and doing this affects the whole earth, all of, really all of existence. But as we're sitting here as earthlings at the moment, it is affecting our earth reality in ways that we can't even imagine. And it's so beautiful to participate and be immersed in all of your energies. And I wish that we could just be closer and hang out.
And do angelic barbecues.
I guess I could add to my intentions that happened.
And yet, how we also know that we're all energy and we're always together, and it's like this is just sort of an illusion. And anyway.
Yeah, but within that illusion, it will be nice one day in the future to hang out together. Maybe do an angelic ceremony whilst we do a vegan barbecue.
All are welcome. Food for all flavors.
Salud, Tatiana. Thank you.
Yeah, it's okay.
So my intentions support all the intentions that have been shared so far, because we are one and I feel exactly the same. I want to also send light and love to all the places in conflict in the Middle East, in Ukraine, Russia, in every country with issues and dealing with changes and shifting times. I want to send love and light to the victims of the hurricanes and also earthquakes happening around the world. Timaka Sanechiana, Chenita Tiana, Wanatiana. And I want to send the light and love so that we can understand all these changes. And don't fall into the fear as I've been experiencing with many brothers and sisters during the week, contacting me because they are in these places where the conflict is, and it's very difficult to face it when it's just outside of your home. So light and love also for protections, for everyone who wants to be part of this divine plan and support the transformation, and create awareness in those creating such conflicts. Bring more awareness of peace, awareness of love, awareness of finding new ways to support their citizens in every country, and create a union. Understand that we are all in the same planet. That we need to work together. For myself, health. I always ask for health. Also understanding my emotions, the emotions of people who come and talk to me. The ability to cleanse and raise my vibration every time that I'm there to support someone. And I want to keep sending love to these encounters that are so blessed, for many to come and for many to get across with this video, so that their lives also get enchanted with this joy, light and love. And this is the collective transmission to support all these light languages. As I said before, please also be part of these transmissions. If you don't speak light languages, it doesn't matter. You can just send your love and just be with us. Just receive. And by receiving, you become one with us, Tumakachana. And that's the point of all of it, to remember and realize that we are all a reflection of each other. Mahana ta mote misha tahana kuhana mataina. Okay, this is the collective transmission. If you want to participate, mute your microphones. You can play instruments if you want to play instruments. Kiana, remember that in Zoom there is a bottom at the top in the right hand side corner that says activate the sound for musicians. If you are in a computer, I don't know how it works if you are in a cellular or mobile. But remember that in any way, whether we listen to this music or not, we are sending the love to everyone. From the moment you set the intention, and you do that with love. Makaneti kiatone tiatiana, watekiata, hotiana. Amosetiti amokotana, hanima kanamo, kanita namoko mapa, te bika tanemeya. Haneka maku hana, kutani kanaku teanaku. Hatonaku mache kika makotuko mache. Atamoaka ana te ameki tiana makunte tiana kuinia. Hanori kawane makaita na makochine. Ahainaka. Ahaina kamuka na machene teki ya kukana. Ahikama haotane mahaine. Ahuna hanai. Emeje yano hu. Ahaine mach. Mi technikach. Mojika hunt. Ahaine meka huntai hana. Mehainika hon. Ekikam nuko nemach. Kitechnikiach nuko. Amukana taimachana toisenamia achanei awai yawana machena kamuta neka andaika ame mama senete te mikane te kika kuma echena kana achanawa ne makumacha. Amachenet aquaitete canta ne makatoe. Michene kernamoko. Taru maka. Mochene kamika mabo. Hanetana kane nawu. Amamatsene kitane tene yara. Ayana niene kamama. Release any worries. Kamokane taite. Release any guilt. Mahanachonek kantanek ana anetane enekana, and allow yourselves to be part of the one. Mahana, you are one. You are one. You are one. Kukakana. 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 Hohana. Nutada sote mika tanema hatorena kuchanekawa hawa machawanika natia waneka ada ho hono te yamamohi hiyawama kachunika nawate.
Mutua sitia tai ka nauta. Mausa tai koata. Mutoi se nauta sutunu tua teo tai. Musoi tai nakua te kosotoea. Mukuno e te satuma utea setea. Ute sutu atana uma te ana. Ute sutu makae te ana. Muto e santi ato ama. To amana te se atana tea. Nauma seto ana. Seto anama. Mauta e suta e te ana. Numa te saunata. Uta e suto a te ana. Muto akana uko atesi ato ata. Muto asio no otoe.
Amusa na uka unaka, amusai na kamut na kainapuka, aoha na korombe chia napo na, enamu hanako ta, aseniko na aho, aho. Kutita na guta hayo bakao na ki aho. Hasoneka.
Ano ko hai wahe na bi awahi ne I wahe ke ne hiba ko hapa ane he wahi na ye ko ha na shi wahe me wa ki ne ye to ko na ya to ka ya pa
Oh
ke
God.
ya ba ko bo no mai ke ya pa he me ai ne ma wahe me ma awa ko me he loko ki bi ane ki le so vi shimale anto ko Lianzo Zoshianane Yondo le Spicia no le che linda che sera sottoca che male che tira soparianda Shokoyama la Vesporu Mahaka ne mele nanga e naikite ki ha ne ru ne me he ke bebe ha ne bebe he te ini mi ya mi me mahata hindo o maha ko mamaina Tihin amahiwa ni bro mahi kama me na ni anuma hawa hate mi kambaya na ni na kataya no ni ato kia pala basa mani shara kia na ni asa pala sono me na ya soko pia hete tera tira de goyen pala basa indo lokosa mi kaba kikelo savishalo kimbo maya lite ni na ya me va ko ma ya ba ho mama Mina pa ko hebala ki no ya bishitu. Ki do no yi raho ma eba heba na ko my name. E no ha ye uhu ni ma hana wa hene. E no wa ha moro ma kene ni ano me he mama. Ni na ye wa ki ba hana ma ta ye. Na ruhu mama ane ki na ye. Yi wa ha ni to ko ha mani ata ida ki somondo. Ni ta vese po shunu Niato. Nikiama tabesi
Maya
po.
katasio tono asite
Angels
shiatana
are
ko
not
te
always
ashitea.
ya poromba ya visible shinde kimama hata. Taita pahana ndani kela inda. Te visible shinde kila visible und haya bahate. Kim pata visible. Kinta ya nite. Zahe. Kikiata pasapata. Tiana da kela bahate. Ki. Ke bahate visible hama inuma. Nada hala kona mi pa tu ba se sa jana joba tu jana ya ba ko te
Shitakae te akana uma tae tokoa. Une shio
ta yo
taishinomu tokon. Kia
Amusa
teni
taina
soto
kauna
aka.
chaneka.
ni so kwa shua
Osua
hito o
shawaka.
ishawa ka iwa nuro
Wana kutoa naka. Washawaka mutoa na. Hiakautu.
nikia si sabe
Masatata wotata matata wotata masatata wotata iya wotata Yuka iya maya hoa aikata kotata maya kaka ko kana kana ko saya o saya o saya o he saya o saya o saya o saya o Wayyaho, wayyaho. Waiho, waiho, waiakoa, taiakoa, katakoa, taiaoa. Mayawa, sukuaka, nayawa, mawa, taua, kana, kiea, ua, chawaka, tukuya, nana, moa, iea, ua, sawa, meiea, ua, kana, unuata, niea, ua, hoa, Masukuaka, takawaka.
Tukuata ne hiakuna.
Tuna iea, ua, sawa, hawa. Makanuku akanaka. Uea, Sakunuku akata.
Amua chawa nakuata wata kukutu yasa nuko tana chomaka.
Makata e sanauma te e akaetea. No tuko ato wa mauta e soko ata e taumata. Na kunto e te sanaoto. Mukuna kai to tomata e ta sunata. Muto sea. Nukuma utea. Naute sukumatea. Mutai sunu kumatai sotoa.
Kuna kua kia ka. Kanaka sua. Sawo kia ka. Ua kanaka wa. Chaka tuku akata. Kia wa sua. Ia mua kanaku ia wa hua. Sua kata kua ia wa hua. Watai wa kanaka. Sua. Mua ia wa. Mawaka tuaka nukuwa. Ia wa hosoata.
Wana huta nicha uka nita naikika amtuisha nak oyana. Sechita tawake katunaka. Shawatanika.
Nitoa haka kia ushutuku hamu otusu shoa kiata.
Matata. Matata. Matata tu tata. Tu 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 tu. Tu papa mana. Mi uta. Nata.
Oto mati matiaka. Isite yoko.
Butata.
Oko atoki mo ike soto kojo ato inana.
Tu
Watachuku, watanika, watachawa. Amutia na kuanika tomu, te sima katunika taitama, hotecha kwatata. Amutaika wanecha wata ua hata chawana toya. Awana ua naika wa machawata. Awata wataina wanateka waneta. Awatai. Awanatika wayane. Ihanuana huta ni maka wote ne mia wanachiana. Ajuka kawata. Wateya waka na mota neka chika muta. Chika muta chia. Sechene. Kiena kawata.
Inakalete zavashono akalena ya tokaya late. Inalala korabasa pea ketulea. Milakaya surabasa me alake alakina. Alakina Vasupala Tsuvashane Hanu 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 Kulera Lirabu Hey Lakane Hiakotuza Vashane Hey Lakono Anu Hey Anu Hey Anu Hey Lakane Visamaya Onaya Kaya sa pasokosyon ng yung kuya pagkiyo na iusunod sa balisya mayawani. I feel like the woods are dancing with us. And sa mismo sa basha.
Awachawane, Sawana, Chawana, Tia, Wana, Huta, Tika, Mama, Jonika, Genete, Chichiti, Chitina, Nuti, Titi, and Awanika, Tuta, Titi, Anaku, Titi, Mapa, Poku, Titi, Titiana. The more catching Nikata, Tuti, Amo, Titiana. Oh, Chanai, Kwanaka, Shiana, Orida, Ika, Wama, Chekana. Titiana kutinitiaka o hanika nia wana tika wamache a kechene ka o chana wo taina suya wane tik amua sitane kawatiana sotiana wane
Toti kemo do te visboshe na kia tono no kia to veshe soto.
Chuchenikata mosa nesamaho ha secha no kaisi ni miyaku machene kamona tekiana sene me kamosane senina kuche otina kukate ni hikamukata te yate koma to machina kumache kata ote te yawana wichawana te yamata chu wichawani kawoni
Kita Kita tua. Tata tua.
Chica wona
Tawata.
Kikawana
Tawata.
Inika no kutiana
Mutata. Tata tua. Katati tu 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 ta 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 tu tu ta ta ta. Tu ta 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 tu 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 tu. Ti ti tu 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 tu. Tu tu. Ta 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 tu tu tu. Ti tu tu tu. Tu ti ti tu 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 tu. Ta 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 tu tu. Ti ti tu tu tu. Ta 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 ta. Tu 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 tu. Ta 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 tu tu tu. Ta ta ta. Ti ti tu 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 tu. Pa 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 tu 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 ta ta. Ta 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 tu 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 tu. Ta 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 tu 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 tu. Pa 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 na kanuku nuku akana kia ku aka. Nawa.
Komachana utana kata Ukana Peiyaka Una yukana kaiyaka Toneka ukane ikana Tanikana utariana Utita Itata kukuita
Utata tu aka.
Ika kwanata
Wakana koa.
Utina kukana Tasini kika hunaka Tikuateni moa kuanteti ane mekiti nika uka Senia kataya
Nai atawata.
What tribe?
Kaka ka. Kiri kiyoko waka. Shufu waka.
Hawada
Suno wa yowata.
Hawada
Mai wa suta.
Mata sutama utai. Mutai sutai a tauma. Naute sauma. Utea te sutai. Tumatai o koata. Mutauna te asuto to toana.
Yamakuane kalutane masaniana Moka antuine kawaman Esenemia kamuta teyana Aho naikuana Amohana ya natu teyana Ahia mahuya Tiyahueni yawana Tiyahueni yawana Achune kawata chekawa Chekawatea Chekawakata Ida wate kwata Mika hunta te yawa, mi konta yanamu.
Mata sutuna tai setia tana to sutai tana utai sututuma tumatai seta unata use otoko taena enama utasutuma Tumai sutai tana ea umata sutoa una sutoa mauta setea nutukuna eteana maute suna eata maute suna takama ute setea ukuno tae mauta sutote teata nutumoto tae nautana kai te suto ama una te oto ama mauta una te ateana ne sutu tama utuma nause tuna kai te ateana
Mawata. Yasota. Kakuta katikia kakawaka. Mana tua tata kana kuta kana kawaka. Shana tuota nata huotata kana kawaka. Miwa hoiva. Musu tata sana tata tua kana kanikia kawa. Ushuba.
Chocolate, né? Que roda, que roda, né? Que puta.
Shaira jiaro ane ea ane chukua.
Tata huta tata huswata. Ikuwaka taki ataka waka. Ikia kawaka. Nawata. Masata.
tata sata tete ana tumakaya ne sutundututu mate ya
Inata.
nukunao to ana
Panata, wata wata, nanta tu, tatata, tu, tatata, tatana, mama, uaka, kanikia, kawaka.
Ushua mai te she ate anata mauta kuno toi shetea uta kana te shio tama uta kono soto toi tea kono soto ata mautu se ana uta so takama una te sokumate akana kona kai e ata maute soa Nakanatai so moto asatai kaeama maumate suma mausumatai sumaotaia mausatana teo toto ata mutai sanatai atea teana mauta satai atea Nakanataka mutai te maute ateana.
Tata, tu, tata, tu, tata, no, tata, o, tata. Una sawata, iya sawata, makanaku, ikia, ushwata, sawata, muwaka, nyakiawa, wakia, wafana. Matota tutu.
Antai anantao.
Kukata chikatuti kamuku tuto motu imite tikika wota de chika wuta da to chatana kaata ne chachitata o nakaina ikana kanete nikana kuka o machi nika o machi anagu hatana wata ne ikana kuneka anae saisha namoha ane sanete tai kachene kamota tai Kene kana hea senshane ema hanai awane kaneba hutene takuhe shamuhana te shane munaka chenakuhane hanamo kane anekano tanamo hanatsanamo teneneka hanesanu tenekamu hanai hanamu hanakai kame kamo sane sanemaku macheneya amuhane chane kamuche hanakua
Yatata hosawata maiye ya ua Kina maiye ya ua ea ua ea Mama ea ua ea ua ea Ia ea ua ea ua ea Kana kaua Sukono koa kanikia ya masuna na nanua Nane ya mama o suatana kinawa Ukana ua ya ua Mama ua suata nanana wa kuwa wata na nawa Nei wa e wa ua Sawata ya wa Suta sineta uta nanana iya wa Nawa
Osaina makucha ne kimacha machina mama. Ohana mikapa nata.
Ewa Atuaka Niki atuaka
Hiara tutika.
Uaka taki niki kuaka
Una tika wotene
Nua
kawa
sawa
kachana
Nua
wata.
Mayatawa
Wachia
Muta
wata wachia
Atuaka Mata
wata.
Uta Ea Ua Aya Ua Aya
Wana
Mata
jawa
Uka Te Ua Aya Aya
kawana.
Aya
Makachona ka.
Wakana kuaka
Inaka nukuta nakai naka.
Mata
One me haneka na kuchi na kika mama kuchi na kumata tekenika na wanika wana. Oike meka mohona. Ocha na wanika na tika na tukika na kuka no ikui kikita na ukata ikika wana tika wana. Uchika wana itiaka.
Uaka
Oh my god. Osana ia da watesa nia. Hotenika wanika nika ando.
Aya Uka
Awana kisa na tunika mama. Hikama tene yana. Me hanaite. Sene ka nae hane kamama. Sene ka ne saine. Teni yana. They're so pleased. so pleased that we enjoy the transmissions. Tamuha te da hana kote kikana ane kane ane. The way we surrender kamahana to the light, kamahana to the love and vibration. Tamawana se si ha wane seni shini kana mosane e kana communion tamahune kane kene kana khona dea ha mohanaye hina hutete. And there are so many beings wanting to talk.
Oh.
Tesia. We could go on forever. Kabosa nika tesia la haana kotecha chochenia kanaye. Ane ya mohana tesanemia. Mohana yana daya.
Ashanyatko ke hama eve heme ena hewa unto ke be enteva paro kashina eka hemama eshato sabasupasiana sevasmolia lavaka numerova heba tashaki sonomaya alasapakashimoto bebea lavismoso e mahanana ajuporo koke alahile komaya besupoto kuki Sava samati ala hela enegoluko. Sava elehino malavaka kiamaromaha. Shoko ondo vishmasha elehinan. Tavakapoko yamazibeste ashana. Shivishmoya. Anakiba sapori hishanama. Alakatukuyama. Hanaki alako setu hashana he. Otukushuna. Elakite asa. Seva Samoshiavakia. I told Dave when you were sort of singing Ismael that it sounded so much like Hebrew when Dave sings in Hebrew. I couldn't even believe it. I was like, it was just so similar.
I felt that.
It was just like, wow. I said that. I was like, wow, how is that different? I was like, really, it was just Izmashi Tivishmaya Naitia and Avala Pasoshanity. And and I know very little about this, but I know that all the Hebrew letters, and I don't even know how to say this correctly, but everything is within all of them. And even the idea of the black letters on the white is important. The spaces between the letters, the shenate. And I know, like I said, I know very little to nothing about this, but it was as if the first time I heard him speaking or singing in Hebrew, I felt like I was like literally listening to the angels speaking and talking. And then he would read things to me that were written in Hebrew, and then he would read the translation, and it's so hard to explain. I was like, it's the same. It's just the I feel
the same with that language. It's like it feels so sacred. And resonates a lot. And I know that each letter is representing a number. And when you combine the letters, they change the numbers. And then it's all mathematic. There are so many words in Hebrew that when you decipher the number that they correspond to each letter, you get another meaningful layer of understanding. Is super connected to mathematics. mathematics is an universal language. No mahaneti,
Well, and even with the dates, you know how we when we see dates, we begin to see them as a language. And even yesterday, when I write down the dates, and depending on where you live in the world, how you write the date, and I understand that's different, but when it's 10-10-10, it doesn't matter. And you know, and when I saw it though, I also saw 101010, so I'm thinking binary. Then I was going to ask Dave, what is 101010 in other mathematical languages? You know, what does that number represent? And what, you know, and it was like my mind just goes on this infinite journey. It's incredible how all of these, how geometry is mathematics, and the letters in Hebrew. And I know I'm not saying that right. And there was a woman who wrote Anita Myers wrote books about this, about the letters and the light within the letters. And
so I knew that there was something pertinent about today,
the 11th
and Hebrew.
Oh.
Tonight starts Yom Kippur, which is the highest holiday in the Jewish religion. It's considered the Day of Atonement, but that's for another discussion.
The Day of Attunement.
Atonement, but you could call it atonement, I guess.
But it's considered the day when we are closest to God in the Jewish religion. And typically part of the celebration of the day is communing with God and all that is, and spending the whole day in temple doing that, praying, but also I will translate it into what I would call our current spiritual talk. Identifying all of the negative beliefs that you have, addressing them, thinking about all the ways that the negative beliefs that you might have had throughout the past year might have affected you, and how you might have reacted to them in the past, and asking for guidance to not repeat them.
Holy cow.
And
well, that's my theme for this. I can't even believe it.
It's a fasting day starting tonight.
So, what time? Sundown?
Sundown.
We better eat soon.
So I have not always, well, I followed it, but sometimes I forgot when it was.
Like today.
Like today. Because sort of like in following our highest joy, sometimes that slips my mind. But certainly, you know, the idea of communing with God is something I do every day as best as I can. So it's not really that I need to set aside one special day to really do it better than other days. But it's a fast day where you, unless you have health concerns, you eat and drink nothing. So unlike other fast days in other religions where maybe you don't eat or you don't have, you know, this is nothing. And
for how long?
Until tomorrow
night.
Sunset. Yeah.
Right. Okay. We've done it.
So yes, we've done it. We've done it. Mm-hmm. So it's a form of cleansing. As well. So oddly, tonight starts Yom Kippur.
So it would be from tonight until tomorrow night that we would fast. Okay, so we didn't miss it. It's just
did not miss it. It's beginning shortly.
Okay. Well, that's.
And I guess you know, depending on where you are in the world, I forget. So really, the idea is the holidays are really supposed to be based on, I guess, Israel and the Israel time.
Israel time.
And in certain holidays, like Passover, we're not really sure exactly how to calculate it and what it's really supposed to be. So in America, it would be celebrated for 2 days instead of 1 day. The first day is actually, just to be sure, I guess, they do it the first day and the second day. They don't do that for other holidays, though, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do you know, without having to go read the book for Yom Kippur, do you know any blessings in Hebrew or anything that you would say tonight without looking at the book?
I'm not sure, because you would normally say the typical Kiddush,
which is the wine blessing,
and then you would add something, but because it's a fast,
that's what I was wondering.
I don't know that you would drink wine.
Okay.
On a Friday night when it's Yom Kippur.
When it's
So you wouldn't do it.
So you wouldn't do that.
So you would not do that blessing.
Okay. Just wondering if you knew of anything that you could say.
Well, this transmission felt very, very connected to everything that you say. All the whole light language transmission.
I guess I could. There's something that I could sing, I guess.
Okay.
Which is called Kiddush, and it's probably also apropos for speaking about the angels and the angelic energy, because it sort of invokes the angels, and there's different tunes, but I'll do my best to recall it. Yiskada v'yiskada shemei rabba yamar b'mra kuruseh v'milch mapuseh chayechem uv'yomechem uv'chatecho b'es Yisrael ba'agala ubizman barim v'meru amen yehi shmei rabba mevorach le'ol ma'omei omaya Yisbarach, Yisraman, Yisnaseh, Yishadar, Yishalel, Yishalach, Shemeta Kedusha, Breku, Liela, and Kobrachasa, Bashirasa, Tishbachasa, Benechem, Osada, Miran, Vimru, and there's more. And
Amen.
Thank you so much.
But interestingly, when you say that, particularly in a congregation and leading it, you stand with your feet together, being like an angel.
Yeah.
And during Yom Kippur, when those things are said, you also sort of you open the Aron, which is where the Torahs are stored, and whenever the compartment where the Torahs are stored are open, everyone stands, and the person leading the prayers, who's called a chazan, and the Kohanes also participate in different ways. The Kohanes are the head priests, I guess you would say, in the Jewish religion, and the chazan would bend his knees and bow to God as an angel, and literally two people would stand next to the chazan, because you're not allowed to take your feet apart. So during the Kiddush and a couple other things, the two people side by side would help him up, so he didn't have to separate his feet.
Hold him up.
Lift him back up.
Okay, I understand. From the bowing.
From the bowing ceremony, which is done during that prayer and some others as well. So very interesting.
A beautiful angelic invitation today.
Thank you for sharing that, Brother Dave. So many angels, we are Kamatina here all together. Did you have any kind of experience when we were doing the transmission? Any vision, any feeling that you might like to share with the rest of the group or the planet? I sense the dragons, I sense the elementals, I sense monks, I sense these monks talking Hebrew, but it's like another branch of Hebrew. I don't know, because I don't understand Hebrew, so I just guess that was Hebrew maybe in ancient time. I don't know. And I felt the angelic realm very much with us, merging all our light languages together, getting so close to each other, like in levels that, to me, they are true blessings, because it goes beyond of being here in front of an screen, using an internet or just creating an event. It goes beyond everything. It was truly a communion of love and rejoice of love together.
I felt all of those things you just said, and what's really, really weird, and I have to thank you for that synchronicity that you said, because I've been in the last couple of days exploring this dragon energy, and I happened to listen to, I was asking my guides for more information, and of course, because we're creating our everything in reflection, I came across a Bashar clip where he talked about dragons and what they actually are, how they present themselves to us, where they live as interdimensional beings. And so it's just very interesting that you said that, because they have been right here in my presence the whole time. And I was thinking about, should I start doing like dragon oracle light language hangouts, with who? Wilma is,
yes,
with Wilma. That's who.
Wilma is perfect for that, love.
So she and I have been chatting about it, and I've been asking my guides for kind of clarification. And as soon as you said angels and dragons, I'm like, and I even told Dave about it, that I was thinking about this whole dragon thing, and I've been contemplating whether or not to do it. I was going to even get another set. I was going to look for another dragon oracle deck. I was like, the weirdest thing. So synchronistic, and that you even know the person that I want to do it with, and you know how she's so connected to that energy.
Super connected.
And I'm like, okay. So
every time I run an event with the main theme as dragons, she tried her best to be there. Every time the dragon is the main theme, she's trying to get there.
So what a synchronicity. So yeah, I thought I really want to do something with her.
Please
do it. I'm like, we need to do something, some dragon light languages and oracle. And so yes, thank you for sharing that. That was such a great synchronicity. Thank you.
And I always have the vision when we're all chanting together and speaking light languages, and drumming and so forth. I always in a very high frequency am sort of seeing all of us sitting around usually a fire kind of atmosphere. Just and sometimes looking like us, sometimes not looking like us at all, but I just know it's all of us, and really calling in all the spirits, and I say spirits because I think in ancient times when we were doing these things, that's sort of how we referred to all of the higher dimensional beings. And certainly that makes sense, as that is a spirit world, and we would call them in, and they would, be of course they would always be around anyway, but we would all feel them and receive messages from them and share them with each other. And sometimes, we might represent our own little villages and go back to share that information. So
Sorry, that's the
I
dog.
feel as we are sharing the love and energy that we share in this timeline, and it's like we merge the other timelines together, and this way we bring also light to those timelines. And we are sat all together, yes, like brothers, sisters, family, one tribe, calling the spirits. Mahanika Anata. I feel that also, Brother Dave. When so many things happen in that.
Just so much ancient wisdom and all of those.
Now we go frozen. Now we really go frozen. Takuana. Brother Wesley, how was for you? If there is any energy left. I'm
gonna rock out there because I'm actually starting to drift. So
much love.
Respect.
Thank you so much.
God bless. Sanuaka, everybody. Have an amazing weekend. Thanks very much.
And Brother Luis, how was for you?
Great. Go for it.
Delightful. I also felt a lot of different beings, and the dragons, like right at the beginning, and also avians.
Yeah. I felt the
like elementals, like spirits from nature.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking that, like, I felt my throat chakra being treated, and it was kind of like
lot of work
as a group
to activate more expression, to allow more the child within to express itself.
I agree. I felt the same thing. I did.
Since we started, I started feeling this childish energy, and as we continue, that became an explosion of joy, laughter, and so much love. It's like giggling, Mika Ataneka Tute Itinika, reminding us that we can take life less seriously, Mahanetiana, and enjoy much more the child. Kamahaneta, Senikiana. There are so many people looking for creams, anti-aging creams, and all sorts. And the best anti-aging thing is just laughter and joy, and let that child manifest through your body and through every cell. Mika Andish and Dana, and they were saying it's always your choice, because you can invoke your inner child the same way that you invoke the Archangel Uriel. You can invoke that child to come out, Pateniana, and I felt that we were doing all that all together in that circle around the fire. We were bringing in all that spirit of joy. Mahaneti Emika, Humasanestiana Nikana.
I even asked Dave, I said, oh, maybe we should do a video by the fire. And I said, oh, but I got to bring my computer outside so it can hear the instruments so I can play my drums. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I'm like, I'm not in Zoom. Oh, it'll work. And I was just like, all of the stuff. I was like, all I kept thinking was seeing us around the fire and seeing us around the fire. So, yeah.
Because we lose completely the sense of being in this kind of side virtual video call. Because it becomes so intense, so real. I mean, more real than anything. From there, we can really tell that all this is kind of an illusion. Because when we go to that core of unity, when nothing else matters but that union. Anything else, Luiz, that you felt in the transmission? Any codes downloaded? Not for today. Not for today. It's in the process.
Yeah.
It's in the process. Okay. I got that, brother. I got that. From the beginning that I saw you with the pencil, I say he's in the process of downloading something. If you feel like sharing it at some point, please do it, brother, because Sister Wendy, she does also downloads many codes, and there was one week that I told her there is a brother called Brother Luiz that he also downloads codes that they are very similar to some codes that you download, and I hope that one day you meet in these events. You are here.
That's very exciting to hear, because I don't know, I guess I don't get to meet very many people one-on-one. Well, like this, even that write them and share them in this way. But
more direct,
and I get them, it's funny because usually after the hangout, I get a bunch of I get like a bunch of them, and then I forget to share them with with you guys the next time. And so we'll have to do that.
That's something really cool, that whenever Brother Luiz or another sister or brother, they download codes, what we do is to show it in the screen, and we go around asking everyone to see what they represent to them. All the meanings that they comes through, we share them in the group, and then we managed together to bring so much wisdom from so many angles and perspectives, and it's such a blessing moment also when we do that. Miki Ana, Tiki Ana, Juana. In the Spanish Light Language group,
share them more.
In the Spanish Light Language group, there is a gentleman from Mexico called Pablo Jorge. He usually do drawings. Different drawing every week. A different type of drawings, and some of these drawings have inside codes, and then what we do is the same. We just spin the screen, and that makes the screen bigger for the one who downloaded the codes, and then everyone else, we go one by one and just activate the intuition, activate the expression, and you can see how people become more like engaging more in what is going on between us, because the codes and drawings and all of that create that engagement, because it's something that we download to this reality, but coming from so many dimensions, so it creates also a lot of connection when we do that exercise.
Well, that's exciting to know, because I do I've been noticing more, and after we've been hanging out, that I want to draw more and do more, and I've been, so anyway, I honestly, I never really thought about sharing those. but they're filled with light codes and they're filled with all kinds of things. And I thought, oh, I never even considered sharing them here.
But with time, I realized that there are some brothers and sisters who are more into downloading the codes, and that there are other brothers and sisters who are more into interpreting the codes. So it's like we are working as a team. Some brothers and sisters have the role to download it, and some brothers and sisters have the role to interpret it. And that's the way we help other brothers and sisters who are not connected to the light languages to understand further everything that is coming through Kani, Kani, Tiana. And I think it's part of what we are doing here, and that what we came to do also, Mahani Tiana, because I feel it like as I'm telling you this, I'm feeling the vibration like like my thorax is gonna explode.
And there's a bird singing right behind us.
I think the biggest lesson is that in order to achieve our higher consciousness, we have to understand that each of us is their own puzzle piece, and they all fit together perfectly, but we require each other to see the puzzle. Exactly. So Wendy might sing some light language and then write some codes down, and I might look at it and have a vision and receive something, and you might look at it or hear something. And if we want to see the whole picture, we have to share it together. Exactly. And discuss it.
Exactly. That's why they keep telling us, you have to express, guys. You need to express the child within. You need to express the divinity from within. Because if you don't show that to the rest of your brothers and sisters, you don't know what are you doing in this earth. This is the way we really identify our gifts, and we learn by seeing them. We learn what to do with them. And we feel it naturally. It's not like something like, let me think for 3 days and find out what we can do with these codes. And no, it's instant. When we express, we feel the understanding telepathically. He cannot, look, brother Luis, look at there, like pam 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 pam. he get, I'm so lucky to be surrounded of sisters and brothers who do the downloadings. My cousin Naida is the same. It's like she might be talking with me in a private conversation, and suddenly her eyes, they just go away.
Yeah, that happens.
And then she keeps talking. She keeps talking, and her eyes are somewhere else. And I say, Naida, you are seeing something. You are seeing something. And she say, yeah, hold on a second. And then she take a piece of paper, and then she start drawing what she see somewhere there. Like she start drawing everything. And then she creates a portal with geometry and with symbols. And it's like, what? So all of that, I think, is so rich.
That's awesome.
Together we can bring so much more of that meaningful light to the world that is still in the process of understanding. We are also in the process of assimilating and understanding more, and as we do share with others, we learn how to polish the diamond. Mika tia makute nikete wikata. Hanutaniana awanatiana. It's a blessing
I'll be sure to share more.
We will. When I'm singing, every time I start laughing after a light language transmission singing, it's because part of my mind is processing. I can't believe that you are Ismael singing in front of everyone. And Mishana, I used to be so shy.
I know, me too.
When we were in the hangouts with Jim Charles, I wasn't even turning on my camera. I was never.
I know.
For 6 or 7 years, I didn't turn
I
my
couldn't
camera
even
on.
believe it.
And now when we are doing these things, it's like there is a part of me that doesn't completely believe it yet, or it does believe it, but is surprised that we are reaching these levels of expression and openness without worrying about anything else, about what might others think of us. We don't need to worry about it.
No.
They were saying in the light languages, just drop the worry, drop any worries. And to think about what others will think about you is to worry about your own expression, your own being, your divinity in any given moment. Tamakiati kama tutui kamata, chikitianata. And the elementals always say, yeah, that's the way, that's the way. Kuachinikiatunika watika. Asunika tiana.
Inakotia vaspashaniti akena.
Awatiana wana.
And you know, I think sometimes I need to hear that because maybe I take it for granted that
maybe we all do. Maybe we all do.
You know, like just how easily they come to me. I could sit and have this conversation with you, and just like Luiz there, I'm like, I could sit and be writing codes all, you know. It's so easy, and I say easy, because I don't even know where it comes from. It just.
And don't you believe that is part of the programming? Because when we came to this planet, we were programmed that everything had to require an effort in order to give to something importance. So when we are just gifted and suddenly we just channel anything, we just don't give enough credit because it's so easy to just flow.
Right. And then there's so many people, I think, not so many, but there's a few groups out there like on Facebook and stuff, and people are, writing their light codes and things. And, but for some reason, I don't know why it doesn't feel like the same.
I know what you mean, love. I know what you mean.
I don't even know how to explain it because I don't want to sound.
Yeah, I know.
Judgmental, because that's not what I mean.
No. It's just a different frequency that we feel that we don't belong to. And they have their own frequency, and we don't feel like engaging with that frequency because we just don't belong to that kind of frequency. But that might be because we just don't belong to that frequency. That's it. And here we feel like we do belong to each other. We do belong to the same tribe. And that's why we feel the excitement. We feel also how complementary we are to each other. How complementary we can be to each other. We haven't even discovered that yet. And the other day, and many nights, I have been thinking, maybe we should contact Brianna to forgive everything that happened in the past, and at some point allow the frequency to merge with each other, because something inside me, very deep, for a long time, and I shared this with you guys, have been telling me at some point, Wendy, you, Brianna, and you, Ismael, will be creating some kind of link together that comes far ago from the Lyrans. Mikiasiana, from links that we have to the Lyran felines. And the other night I was again like, yeah, but maybe Brianna is upset for some reason. That's what I feel, that she's
No,
like
I have no. There's no reason. There's no reason that I'm aware of at all. She
I'm
she
not
and I.
aware. Yeah.
I mean, she and I've talked. She's just in. She's just having. She's just living her life. That's all.
So
Yeah.
let me share this one little story with you guys before
Yeah, because
we have
we
to.
need to go too, and it's late for you.
Several years ago, at least, uh, I was interested in a lot of different spiritual groups, let's say, and some of which it sort of seemed like, I guess the best way to describe it is I was really being ignored when I wanted to participate in the certain people, certain groups, and even there was actually some kind of like monk kind of spiritual place somewhere near us in Florida, and it seemed very interesting to me to maybe just go visit there to see what it was like. And I received very clearly the message and idea, and when I say that, I mean I personally received it, not by someone telling me or some channel or psychic or whatever. I received myself. Yeah. I guess I could say more of an angelic message that explained how this earth experience in the idea of ascension has got a lot of different paths being explored, and all of them are valid, and some work better than others. And some of those other groups that I was interested in, because I'm nosy and I like to, be interested and involved in everything spiritual. But some of these other groups were exploring their own way of going through the ascension process. Some more scientific in nature, some more spiritual in nature, some through channeling, like Bashar and so forth. And I was not to interfere with their method of exploration. And had I participated with them, just my frequency alone would have interfered in the way that they were wanting to explore the ideas of just gaining higher frequencies and higher consciousness. And I think that just like how you said, we're just not in that same frequency. And I think that sort of plays into the effect. They're doing their idea, and if we were to butt in to share our wisdom and our light language and our symbols, it would really affect them enough to ruin their experiments that they're trying to have.
Yeah.
And some of those groups, I think Bree got involved in, and I'm just tying this all together, which just happened to be because you mentioned Bree. Some of those other ways of learning and expressing and growing.
Yeah.
And she'll show up when it's time, just like you showed up for us and we showed up for you.
Yeah.
If,
perfect. Perfect. Just perfect.
Or if, but I have no insistence or any kind of intentions any way or the other. You know what I mean? Because I'm just all allowing for whatever, and even if it doesn't manifest, that's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like a memory. That's the way I feel it when that happens. It's like if we had a timeline that we experienced together, and something we did together in that timeline that resonates a lot with sharing our light languages together, like also like a communion. Now, does it have to manifest? Like, no, it doesn't. It's up to us for sure. It's all voluntarily. And if Brianna feels it, hello, it's already there. Do you want to participate with some dog-like language?
She's all over the place. She needs to eat dinner, so she just will not leave us alone. It's like, are you kidding me?
She knows her hour, no? She knows that this is the moment.
Every time we hang out, normally she sleeps.
Yeah.
Nope, not when we start hanging out with you. She knows. She's like, oh,
come on, guys.
She's like drawn to us like a magnet.
They are so intelligent.
Yes, they are.
They don't need to speak. They don't need to speak because they feel.
Yep. She does not need to speak. Boy, does she have a personality, and she's yes.
I know they
sure does.
What's her name?
Abigail. Abigail, yeah.
Abigail, sorry to keep you waiting. Sorry to keep waiting, your father and your mother.
I speak to her in light language. I used to speak to my dog ranger in light language. You bet. He understood me.
She stops and pays attention.
Yes, she does pay attention when I'm like, nata visible, yes, I don't care, nata. She knows you're going nata.
And it's kind of like we feel it also that they are recepting. It's like when we are talking to someone and we perceive, like Brother Dave said, that I was in some groups where you could tell that when I was interfering or intervening, people were not truly listening. We can tell that because we are so empathic that we can tell when someone is creating a space for us from a pure heart, and we can feel that resonance when we talk because there is another heart listening, and that heart become part of you, and then the frequency raises. And I feel that the animals do the same. They do listen. They look at you,
yes.
and they stay there. Sometimes they don't, but often they do. Because I can tell when Brujita also doesn't give a shit. She just turns around and goes. She say tomorrow or later on. Leave it for later on.
It's really funny too, because the idea of being in different frequencies and interacting with other people in other frequencies, there have been times where I would tell somebody something that was, I guess what I would have judged to be a very high frequency idea. They could not hear me. Literally could not hear me.
Yeah.
They didn't realize I was talking to them. They could not hear me. And it was sort of a lesson in how you really cannot do harm to someone else when you're being your true self, because they've got their own.
It won't compute.
The worst thing that it can happen is that they don't listen. That's the worst thing that it might happen.
But they physically were not able to receive my talking to them.
No.
And I could say something else, a different subject. They would hear me just fine. They see me just fine. But if I wanted to, give them some kind of spiritual wisdom that was, beyond their frequency, they literally, it was like, a blank face for that moment. It's funny.
Yeah, sometimes they start yawning and saying, but yawning not in the way that Brother Wesley did before, because Brother Wesley was yawning because he goes to a very relaxed frequency. That's different than when you are disconnected. That's very different. When I'm doing
Is
the
there something?
QHHT sessions, people, as I'm inducing them into hypnosis, people start yawning as well. And that is a sign that they are relaxing more and more. Mickey and the light languages do the same to us.
Oh, yeah.
They make us go to the frequency where we feel like almost asleep, but at the same time we are feeling the
That's how I feel. Yes, that's how I feel. Is there? Did Luis want to share something?
Luis, Wendy is. I think Wendy is ready. Wait, 1 second, 1 second. I'm gonna pin the screen so that you can see it. Yeah. It's all yours, brother. 4. Oh, tia muka tia. Musanika na tia numu.
Okay, no. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. That's so awesome.
I feel an explosion in my heart.
That's so weird. Oh, wow.
I have missed you so much, brother. And everything that you are. Come on.
Oh, you make me feel so much better about everything. I have my face really close to the camera, so I switched my camera off, or you'd be looking up my nose. Oh my God. Hey, we gotta hook up. We totally have to hook up so we can share more stuff like this. Is there a way that you can you send that to me?
Yeah.
Are we like Facebook friends or whatever? I can send you my email address, languagesoflights@gmail. Yeah, because I want to see it closer up. Yeah, we're all friends here. You're safe in my circle. Yeah, because I love to share that stuff, and I love to see it, because my stuff's pretty wild, and it comes through, and I'm thinking I must be like way out there.
Wendy has books and books also, like notebooks full of codes.
And I just love seeing that work, because it's so expressive. It's so, and I'm like, I love it. I love it so much. I do. I love being able to share in this way, because I just sort of feel like other platforms are more about popularity than they are about
authenticity.
Yes, exactly. That authentic, what comes out when we're together, and how did it, and I really do think that it's also, I think it's like any artwork, I think it's personal interpretation. I'm not sure that any one symbol could mean the same thing to anyone, really.
Sometimes it just brings you joy to look at it.
Exactly.
Which is sort of the point.
I mean, that's how I feel when I look at that.
Exactly.
I feel like, I feel like I'm like, wow, like I'm alive more than I felt I was a minute ago. You know what I mean? It's like it just does things to us when we're sharing it.
So often in life that we feel like stuck with our emotions, or with the things that have been happening all along the week, and just to be exposed to one of these representations, Mika Anna, or download, it can change, and you don't know how that happened, because it's just by contemplating the codes, something boosts in your core, and they are so powerful. And yeah, Kieni and Brother Luis has this authentic essence.
It's awesome.
That he
It took
is
me
not in that path of like there are so many platforms within Facebook, a lot of places where they only seek attention. They
exactly,
seek
and that's
like a representation. Look what I can do. Look how good I am in this, and like this. No, but instead of saying, "Well, this is the love I share with you guys, and that's it. This is it." Vika Anna, Taitana. And I think that's what I feel a blessing in this portal that we create together.
That's exactly. I don't know, how do I explain this? Like, hey, that's enough now. You don't need to be sassy. She's being sassy. I just feel like I had well, first I'll say for the longest time, like years, I only wrote them in black and white, like black marker, black ink. That was it. It took me a long time to move to color because I felt like I don't know what. I can't even explain it. It was just like I was just too afraid. Why? I don't know. And now so much more is coming out. But what I was going to say was I feel more connected. Like I'd rather have something you made that I can print and put on my wall in my house and look at and appreciate than a million people looking at it on Facebook going, well, what do you think of my drawing? And that's not really what it's about, you know? And I was, you know, I was writing these pages after pages after pages, and I had no idea for 10 years, no idea what I was doing, why I was doing it. But I began to realize it was like all of a sudden more and more people started getting them, but it became something else. And I can't even say what. And it became a third thing, which is good. And I think it activated a lot of people. And I think that's good.
Yeah.
But what I'm seeing in social media is the same separation, not integration.
Yeah.
That's what I want to say.
Yeah.
And here, I don't feel that.
No. And from every brother and sister who have come to these events, they didn't come here with that frequency of showing off. They just come because they are what they are, makiniakiana, and they just want to be easy. And that's the pleasure of being here, that we can be ourselves. Massive reflection. That's what I feel when between and with you guys, Nike and Etia, that you are two big downloaders of the codes. Niki and Tiana, Wanatiana, and you are a reflection of each other, and I think you're gonna resonate.
I think that's a wonderful thing to say because only because the reason I don't share them typically in hangouts and things is because it's that feeling of not wanting to be that attention getter. Like you don't want to be perceived that way, even though you're not that way, but you don't want to be perceived that way. So therefore you're afraid to share who you really are.
Yeah.
And I think that that's why these kinds of hangouts are important, because that's not what this is about.
No.
And I just loved the image, and I would love to be able to see it like closer, you know what I mean? And be able to like really zoom in on it and check it out, because
we were speechless.
I can do pages and pages of symbols, but even me, if I zoom in on them with my camera, just me, I'm like freaking out, like what is this?
So
like
vast.
What is this, and even, and you can't, there is no one explanation. There is no one explanation for not even one symbol. They tell me it could be a whole story in one,
And that's why I go one by one and I ask them, what is what you feel? Sometimes people only feel one word to say, and that is more than enough.
It is enough.
Even if it's one word, even if it's only one word, what comes to you when you are exposed to that beauty, to that
And if I would say, in that moment, like ecstatic. You know what I mean? Ecstatic. That. If I had one,
like the explosion, like a big bang in my chest.
Right. Exactly.
And also sometimes Yeah, and sometimes only, sometimes I don't feel like saying the meaning in Spanish or in English. Sometimes I feel like saying some light languages with them.
Oh, exactly.
Sometimes I don't say anything, so I just say something in light languages, which is a lot, but not something that other people might understand in the gathering. But that is the point, that to receive the frequency, that's why those codes are pulling something from my chest or from my throat to say, or an entity to express something that needs to come here in this moment.
Hey, and I truly believe me and there were so few of us then doing it, that if I hadn't started it and just started sharing it just because I felt it was important to share, and that was the only reason, I don't think that people would be as activated as they are today.
Nope.
So I think it's very important that we share them. I always have. And to be honest with you, I had gotten to the point over the last couple of years that just nobody cared. No, you know what I mean? That nobody, unless it was for a popularity contest on Facebook, nobody really cared. And it kind of was, I felt like my, how do I say that? Like the, and I know this has happened to other people. Vanessa Lamarte is one of them. She just stopped because she said the same thing. She said, I feel like, and what's the word I'm looking for? Not intimacy, but maybe authenticity. It was like, it was maybe not being taken seriously, or that it was
not understanding.
I can't even.
Not,
yeah.
Not engagement or not interconnection, because there is not understanding. It's like if they see a Martian talking in another language and say, well, I don't have time for you. Mika Natena. I think many of us, we went through those times of feeling that like nobody else give a shit anymore. But in those moments, my higher self told me the following. He say the same thing I told you when we met again. That my higher self asked me, "Does it matter to you?" And I say,
Yep.
"It does. It does."
It does.
Do you feel happier when you do it? And I say, "Yeah, yep. It does." I say, "Carry on, then. Carry on. Carry on, because this is only temporarily. Everything is temporal."
But then by me not sharing it, I'm also feeding into the very idea that I don't want to feed into, because I'm saying, well, if not enough people are looking at it, then it's not important enough to do. And that's bullshit.
Exactly.
It's the same. It's me doing the same exact thing in a different way.
Love. Exactly, love. It's like
in a different way.
It's like if we allow the collective to convince us about doing the same. Yeah, about doing what they are doing. And no, we keeping ourselves active is helping everything, but to start with ourselves. This is the first person we are helping, ourselves, because we are grounding this energy, we are bringing this energy, and so much more than we are aware of.
I was going to say, well, I was going to put my here. Wait a minute. Send to, where's the group? I was going to put my email address in here.
I will send it to Brother Luiz, love.
Oh yeah, would you? Okay.
Just yeah. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. You know that last week or the week before I told you there is a brother called Brother Luiz, and he reminds me of your codes. I told you. So he's here today.
We met once. I think we met once before. Yeah, I think we did. But I just want to make sure he didn't have anything else to say or share before we go, because I don't want to monopolize the room either, you know.
Is there anything you like to say?
Yeah, he may have had to step away too. I don't know.
I know. Abigail.
And I know it's late. It's late for you guys.
Abigail wants to.
Oh, there he is.
Watai tumutua tamau ishi namu tai nukuatana kai sitiatana sitiata kumaute mukuata su tumutu tutui deswakanea kauta utai tawana teata mukuatishia tishiana ute kiata.
Understood. Yato hema aneshano ima ke inahima ibahama ayahana ite gayama sheja mohaniki inte bepohani kishipohata isamosopo ishina kuma alahera konuma atesha somosopo ishina kiala. Nyato.
Amutane mahane tateni tetiana makuan tane tatiana gratitude and infinite gratitude. Kahana tia mako teni tiana achuana. Thank you guys. Kuana, have a lovely weekend.
I don't know what happened to Dave. He stepped away, and I don't know. I was waiting for him to come back.
It's okay, love.
In case he wanted to come back and say something.
I look forward to the next meeting. Kamakutensiana Huanatiana. These sacred moments together. Mukanachana Katiana. Hiana, Watiana. See you soon, guys.
Mutuashitia teana. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yatoke tiasha.
Shana Wanekiana.